you can hear me. I am here live at Caesars Palace. Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. I'm sure hoping you can hear me over all the background noise. Oh my God, here we go. 1 year birthday. Champagne, people. There's a toast to you, Poodle fam. I can't believe that it has been a year since Win airdrop. We are here, we are live. There is a Zoom party going on that I'm the only one in the room for. So this might be a short birthday episode. We're gonna find out. But yes, you can see I've got the Caesars fountain right there behind me. I'm looking at the greatest bartender here. I've got my champagne ready. We are gonna celebrate what we have done over this last year because it has been a lot. I want to thank everybody. Cheers to you. I don't know who is Maker's Mark. I should know. I'm assuming I know. Hey, Poodler Susan, thank you for always being here. You know, I figure rather than throwing money down into the slots and the blackjack table, I'll just throw it in liquor here. So, cheers to our 1 year. I just can't believe it. I can't believe that we have gone through and where we are. I'm actually, so in Vegas, I got here Saturday for one National Association of Broadcasters, the largest broadcast for television, radio, that type of stuff in the world. And now I just moved over to Caesars for the second one. And here I am at CinemaCon, where all of the big wigs, the movers and shakers for the film industry are. And so this is where things are happening, but I can't miss our birthday party. This has meant so much to me. Sammy, thank you for joining. I'm following the chat here. I have no idea how many people are even online watching. I'm just following the chat. We're going to have a good time. Let me find my Zoom meeting here. Anyone wants to join the Zoom, let me know. I will throw the link out there. You can actually go in. If you join the Navy SEALs room, you will see the link to join this recording. I'm going to hope. I'm going to look for DMs, and if people tell me they apparently is in a Zoom meeting. I was going to see if we'll check some DMs if people are having trouble getting connected. If you're not, then well, here we go. We're going to have a good one. So everyone, let's think back. We're going to play drinking games too. All right. So first off, hey, Elle's in the house. Drinking games. There are rules. Okay. Every time, if I ever say the word rug, you got to take a drink. If we say the word moon, you got to take a drink. If we say the word Lambo or Whitebit, you got to take a drink. So I just said 4 of them, so hold on. That's 1. That's a 2. That's a 3. And that's a 4. Ooh. And it's only noon here in Las Vegas, so here we go. Let's see. I'm double checking the links. Let's see who's here. All right. So let's start. Oh, here we go. Boom. We got Sarah, and now we've got Elle. We got people coming in. I'm admitting some guests here. I'm admitting some guests. And we are gonna switch. Let me switch back. So, you know, it's always hard when I'm mixing the show from a laptop. So here we go. You are now live. So just so you know, everyone who's on, you are also streaming live. Sarah, welcome. Elle, welcome. And let's see if you can all hear me. Can we hear you? Yay, you got me. Now I don't know if I have you, but we're gonna hope. We're gonna let everybody tell us on the chat whether or not they can hear you guys back. There we go. We got to have a party. It's not a party if I'm all alone. Well, Then again, that's most of my parties. It's just me being alone. So, you know, it's just welcome to the rest of my life, right? Make sure everyone is good. And I'm going to ask the chat, dear chat, were you able to hear? Because remember last time we did a Zoom, it was actually hard for people to hear through. Now I'm on my laptop, so hopefully this will work. Oh yeah. I'm double fisting it here, everybody. So hold on, this is how I do my birthday parties. 3 drinks. 3 drinks. We are ready to roll. All right, hold on. Here we go. Someone else. I gotta admit someone else to the room. Sasha is here. Getting admitted to the room. If you want to join the live party, make sure you just DM and we will send you the link. Sasha, welcome. Sarah, welcome. Hey, how are you? Good, good. All right, say a few things. Let's see if we speak a little bit. I want to make sure everyone's got you. Yeah, totally agree. All right, so someone just came on and said that they can't hear you. They can only hear me. So now we're going to figure out how to make... Oh, you could? Okay, so Susan said that it's muted except for me. So if you could hear, then I guess that's good. I'm assuming everyone can hear. So let's see if everyone has that. And it might have just been something, I might have just brought it in now, so I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. This is what happens when you're on the road and you have to produce a show, you know, while you're on the road. So, you know, I wish it was Cristal. It's actually just Prosecco. You know, it is a Prosecco, but it's a great bartenders here at Caesars. Not a Motel 6, L. Not a Motel 6. Trust me. When I see the credit card hit, I'll know it is not a Motel 6. That's for sure. That would be nice. Yeah, you know, we actually, last night we were walking, we were at a restaurant that was about, you know, like 3 blocks from the hotel. Now granted, these are Las Vegas blocks, so they're long Las Vegas blocks. And so, yeah, Sarah, say hi. Yay, there you are. So thank you very much. Well, cheers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this is I come prepared. I don't, you know, when we do a birthday party, I'm not going to go, you know, I'm not going cheap here. So, you know, we're gonna enjoy this because this is something we're celebrating. You know, that's the cool thing about this is to realize that if we've been around for a year, how I was saying this early on in some early podcast episodes about how just it's really easy for, you know, some tokens. Oh, see, now other people are coming in saying only I can be heard. So I don't know how we can do this. We have to figure out how to do this. If they can only hear me. There we go. Oh, good times. Yeah, well, someone else said that it's only, this is the downside. See, this is live stuff, so let's figure out how to do this. I know. Yeah, so you guys are on, because you guys are on the Zoom call, so that's why you can hear each other. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening. So let me, which is really interesting. Yeah, I'm hogging the line. Yeah, I am hogging the line. All right, so we're gonna try this. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, I guess at some point I only have the audio added like 5 times on here, which is what's interesting. All right, so let me go. Let's see. We're going to do this. We're going to make this happen. Properties here. What device? Nope. Hey. Oh, did he just bail on us? Oh no, he's there. All right, let me see live stuff, everyone. This is what we're doing. There. Hopefully, this gives you all a chance to go and get a cocktail. Audio. Let me go to Zoom and see how we can do that. Let's go to Zoom. Well, the only problem, I also can't Zoom the VC. That's the problem. I can't send that to the live recording, but in the end, I guess it probably would have actually been better, huh? Let's see. All right, give me 1 sec. Here we go. Oh lordy, how did we solve this before? This was an issue before. Darn it, this is not going to be fun. I know everyone at home going, wait, what's going on? So I'm going to figure this out. I will. Oh, here. Oh boy. No, that's not going to do it for us. Do Telegram. I know. Well, all right, here we. You know what? It's not even working. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's go to the Telegram and open a voice chat. How about we do that? I didn't see, and then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take the system, and we're going to stream the system. I'm going to undo that. Turn off Do Not Disturb, and open a voice chat. How about we do that right on the main channel? We're going to see how this goes. Voice chat is open. And Sasha's like, oh, all right. Now I don't know if it's going to come through, but we're going to find out. Yeah. Oh, it is? Oh, yeah, of course. I'm speaking. Yeah, so it's got me. I'm going to invite you in. I'm inviting you in. Here we go. We're going to try this. Oh, yeah. Sarah's in. So invite. All right. There we go. All right. Elle, say a few things. Let's see if we get this through. And then we're going to let people at home tell us whether or not you actually made it or not. All right. I'm going to cut the Zoom feed if it's not working for everybody. So I'm cutting Zoom. Here we go. We're killing Zoom. Darn it. And we're back to me here. And then now the real question, we have to find out if people can hear you, because this is what we had problems with before. So where's that chat? Who can hear who? All right, let's say it. If you're listening on the chat, I know you have me, so you all can hear me for sure. But can you hear the Telegram? Nope. Susan says nope, they can't hear you. This is frustrating. Let's see if I can get the system. Well, this is a bummer of a birthday party, isn't it? Let's see. All right, everyone's got me, and that's basically it. So how did I solve this? Well, we had this problem before. Let's figure it out. Oh, they're hearing, yeah, they are hearing, so if everyone joins voice chat, they'll have it, but the problem is, yeah. All right. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. I might have ideas. Right. This is going to be interesting. We're trying new things here. We're trying new things. We are. This is the downside of when I'm traveling, because I can't test that stuff. Go back to here. All right, I think people at home are going to have us now. Or at least I'm coming through twice. That much I do know. Because I see the thing twice. So, all right, say a few words. Let's see what people have. Let's see if they have us.
Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes.
This is not fun. This is not fun at all. Let me just tell you. This is like the biggest, like, oh, wait, you got it now? Hold on. Let's see it. All right, they've got you now. All right, well, so let's do this. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Poodlcast, and this is our 1-year anniversary party that only took 21 minutes to get set up, which, there we go. It is what it is, right? This is what we've got. And the good thing is we are now here, and we are now live. And so I'm going to redo the toast. So hopefully everybody has a cocktail. And I just want to say congratulations to us. This has been a crazy, crazy year, but one that was really important for us to build and get our, all of the foundation set for success. So cheers to everybody. Happy 1 year. All right. Cheers. So, Sasha, you were talking before we got the thing that said that people couldn't hear us. Talk a little bit now, just kind of your thoughts and over this last year and looking ahead. So, kind of just give us kind of your point of view in both reminiscing and your thoughts on the future.
Since then, it's becoming apparent to me how interested in collaborations and partnerships good projects really are. Excuse me. What you tend to find now, with looking in hindsight, is that
They say
projects
they don't
that.
have you.
Sorry?
All right, so here's the thing. If you're back, but then I'm not back, then I don't have you. This is not fun. So people can hear you now. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
You can't hear me, no? Anyway, I'll just keep talking in case people can hear me. So, what's become apparent to me is that the projects that are all tribal and are only our coin and every other coin shit are typically the ones that don't have that much to offer, that are literally, a small man behind the curtain. And the projects that are really interested in the technology around what we're doing and interested in moving things forward and have a particular angle, like our friends over at Seek, they have their utility, they know exactly where they're going, it's planned out, they have a purpose in this space, are interested in working with other like-minded decent projects, as are the 3 or 4 projects that have reached out to me since we did the AMA at the weekend.
Watch this. I've got killer idea. You ready for this?
Go on then, Joe. Anyway, well, Joe sorts it out because Joe just said something, and I don't know if you can hear him, but I'll just carry on. So, 3 or 4 projects have reached out since the weekend, and we have some more conversations lined up. Two of those are a metaverse play. One of them is a decentralized exchange, which also has its own wallet tracker and analysis around wallet analytics, token analytics. It does a deep dive on contracts, that kind of thing, which is an interesting one. And plus, a potential gaming collab, which is right up our street.
All right, you have me.
Some of the metaverse projects that we were speaking to have a unique take on it. I mean, one of those is one where you go in, for example, and play it.
and I'll even add into that, and I don't know if people can hear me twice, but I'm pretty sure you can now hear me, which is going to be good, is that when I was, the conference I was just at, is they had platforms where people were able to create, like, take their NFTs and create them in various platforms, different chains, and come into one area, be in there and interact with one another. And I think, and it's really exciting that even though we're really still very early, but the stuff that I saw this week was just incredible. Like, we had the ability for content creators and which in the end ends up being investors, to take whatever they're interested in and bring it into this world. Because we know that some people, like we talked about during the 24-hour AMA, that we have a lot of different areas on our token that people might like the charity aspect, the NFT aspect, the metaverse aspect, like the payments aspect, just like as an investment. All of that you can now bring in and really add your own piece of it. It was really cool. Some of the things that I had seen, I really think looking at Poodle, these are things that we can do, and the direction that NFTs are going is much more experiential based, right? It's about taking part of your life and going, and being able to put it onto a blockchain as a state. Like, so for example, this train wreck of a birthday party that I'm hosting, right? We could, in theory, take that. We could take this event, create it as an NFT that only people who are here could end up getting. And you have a specialized, poodlcast NFT for showing up on this date. That blockchain address is also tied to, say, the actual recording or the YouTube stream. And as we gain value, and trust me, this episode's never getting sold, but let's say this became a revenue stream because it was a special artist or we had a special guest. You would end up being a part owner because you own Poodle, you own a certain NFT, kind of like how we've been talking about being able to have passive income from the NFTs that you own. That is now how we're able to start, almost monetizing. Think about, if you were, a good example, the one that was used is, what if you could prove that you were, you were at Woodstock because you ended up getting a stamp, a blockchain. Your address when you checked in, when you got there, was a blockchain address that stamped it, and you became part owner of that experience. And from your point of view, if you had, I know that there was no cell phones, there was no blockchain at the point, but let's say the videos that you took and the pictures, or you go to a special concert or a reunion concert, and you took that, it would get tied into your blockchain. And now that becomes something that's owned by you. And we're not very far off of this, so this is what we can start to do, because as a platform, we are one that has so many different aspects to it. See, a lot of tokens are only one thing or another, but because we are able to have multiple paths of success, different ways that we can utilize our token across various use cases, that becomes huge. And I think that's something where we are going to notice that we start to develop to. And that's where, if I look back to the last year, we had to do a lot of work. It wasn't just saving us from the rug, which is what we're, celebrating today. But it's now saying all the framework, that 6 months of kind of quiet time, had to be put to use so that we can now integrate with other things. And the future is bright. The things that I've seen are incredible. I'm here at CinemaCon, as I mentioned, this is the number one of all the big players in the media world and in the film world. Can you imagine that you could crowdfund a new movie and actually own part of it, because what was done on was filmed within the blockchain, and when it resells and it goes to theaters, you now get a percentage of that. And these are things that we can do with our token and the direction things are going in. So it's actually, to me, really, really exciting, and it makes me more excited about Poodle because of what we've done So I go off, but all I'm telling you is I'm excited. Cheers. And I think that's the funny thing is I've always noticed about us as a token. Hold on, look at this. I'm switching our whole thing live, right? One thing I've always noticed about us is how quickly things move, right? How quickly we. Oh shoot! All right, no, never mind. There we go. Now you got me. All right, see, here we go. No, I'm changing up the entire. I just had to put the thing up there. If people want to come in and join, go into our Telegram and you can join the conversation. But one thing that I've noticed early on, and I remember this from, the poodlcast episodes early on, I would plan them out for like a couple weeks at a time. But I had to give that up really quickly because by the time I would get to that episode, it wasn't the breaking news anymore. Right? It was like, oh, wait, no, we have something else going. We have something else going. This just released. This payments thing just happened. All these other things just started going. And it's like, okay, that shows the strength of this token because, I think you said, you tweet this all the time. Poodle never sleeps, right? And that's what's exciting about it to me. Oh, you said it. You said airdrop, but you have to take a drink. That was the rule. You can't say those words. All right, no, go ahead. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that the whole idea of digital real estate, first off, is huge, right? And I think that it's even more than digital real estate. Funny thing is, I tweeted out something I heard on one of the panels this week that the poodlcast dog attended, when I saw it put it on Twitter, that someone said, the real purpose behind the metaverse should be that you can simulate the physical world in the virtual world, and so that we can make the physical world better. And I love that because it makes me think of things like our charity, like how what we do, and we have digital real estate, and you can create your life, but not just like a second life type of thing, but more of a more in the sense that when we talked about it earlier. Why do we have an augmented reality app and not a virtual reality? Now, metaverse is virtual, you can have that, because what we want to be able to do is bring utility into your normal life, right? And you don't always see that. And in fact, very few projects and stuff are talking about the value in that. And as we start to grow, one of the panelists even said something like, so for example, she goes, I'm wearing these shoes up on stage today. What if I want to go tomorrow or today, and you're now streaming this, you're living in the world, what if I want to have these shoes and wear them in my virtual world? Can I mimic myself? What if I bought a pair of, Nikes or whatever, and and it didn't only come with the sneakers, but it came with a QR code that gave me that NFT right to also wear it on my virtual avatar, and I sit there and think that's a huge potential too, for like Poodle, because we're already set up for stuff like that. And then even, go ahead. Yeah, no, we are very early, and even just saying that, like taking our skins, we said, okay, so what does this mean for our investors? And hopefully people listen to this. I will have to do a lot of editing for this episode, but here's the thing: if you are listening, here's what it does for you. I'm going to go back to using the physical and the virtual example again. But let's say that you bought a pair of, like Nikes are really good at special edition stuff, right? A physical thing that you get, but it came with an NFT version of it. A lot of people buy their Nikes and they put them on, they'll put them on a shelf. Like either they want to wear them, but then they don't really want to wear them because they want to put them on a shelf and they want to save them as a collector. Well, if they had a limited edition set of Nikes, let's say they're only making 1,000 pair and they came with an NFT, well, you could now go wear them because you have them and own them. And then you now could take that, and that NFT now has value because there's only 1,000 of them. That is that pair of shoes, and that pair of shoes can be worn in your avatar, for the rest of your life. And then beyond that, the same people I was talking to said they actually did a study. Here's my PhD coming out, because I'll go for studies, academic studies. They did a study, a blind study of children, and they took a bunch of second graders, and they said, we give you two options, and they did this for Minecraft. Here's what you get. We're going to give you a brand new pair of shoes, in real life shoes, or we're going to give you some accessory or whatever it was in Minecraft. They had those two options. You get one or the other. that you have to choose. They did this for the whole subset of students, and it was something like 25 second graders that they did it. It was a blind study, 25 random ones. And of that, every single one of those kids, except for one, picked that they wanted the accessory in Minecraft and not an actual new pair of like high-end sneakers. The funny thing is, they actually, and I don't know if it's funny, it might be sad, it might tell you something about our society. When they ended up finding out who they were, then they ended up getting the demographics of it. And they saw that one of the kids was actually from a poor neighborhood. And the people who were running the study assumed, and they guessed, like, okay, well, I'm going to guess that the one who picked the real shoes was probably somebody, this person, this is who we thought it was. They ended up finding out later it was not. So even somebody who needed these new shoes and could have had great shoes would rather have invested in their digital life rather than their physical life. That's where there's value for us. So if you're listening and you're going, hey, what does this, all of these things mean for my investment? The next generation coming in, and a lot of us now with money to invest big are not part of what's coming next. The next generation is already ready for this. In fact, they're choosing it. And that's a huge thing, right? And we can't let that go. We have to understand that there's a customer base that is already there and willing and ready to take this. The problem with us, and not Poodle, I don't know what you talk about, is that we like to sell for the same, and I think we've talked about this, Sasha, even actually when you were on your solo episode before. If only 3% of the globe of the world is really investing in crypto and uses it like we are, right, to this extent, not just a random thing. We all just try to, sell to one another, right? We like to stay within our little circle. What we don't do is sit there and go, what about that other 97%? How can you get there? Well, if you look at the stats of the global, the age range of who's under 24 and under is just about, I believe it's 37% or so of the world's population. And they're the ones who are willing to accept the digital life. But what we do poorly is market to them. But they're the ones who would love to come in. And in fact, you have companies like Microsoft who are now saying, look, once we create a digital world, the next natural thing is digital currency. I had a great meeting with somebody from Microsoft Gaming this week. And, I even said, look, why can't we put Poodle as one of your currencies that you could use within Minecraft? Why couldn't we? Because already kids would rather get their allowance in a digital currency. They don't want a dollar. They don't want a physical dollar or a physical $20. They don't even want a gift card. What they want is digital currency to use within their game. And the question is, who's going to step up and do that? And who's going to be the currency? Again, it's not looking at this from us who are, I'm 50 next year, but I'm still someone who looks at things as in, green cash, hard in hand. The next generation doesn't. They would much rather have their allowance in Minecraft dollars, Poodle dollars, or things that can create a virtual experience. This is actually like low-hanging fruit. It literally is, giving candy to a kid in a candy shop. It really is. And so I think the key is now, how do we now market to that? How do we stop talking to each other and trying to sell each other, or trying to say, this isn't about just, buy my token, not theirs. And this is what I love, even just going around, why I love the partnerships we've been doing lately, like with Seek, right? And like with Africa. Those who all believe in the power of the crypto, believe in the power of the blockchain. As a community together, and we stop focusing on, go from this person, not this person. And you see all these rugs. I said rugs, I have to drink, sorry about that. That come up, and all they want to do is FOMO people to screw them out of their money. Well, as a community, how can we now recognize that there's an entire demographic that actually wants what we're selling? And that's huge. I don't know what the answer is, but I learned a lot this week. I got to tell you, with some of the biggest movers and shakers in the industry. And I'm going to tell you, they're leaps and bounds ahead of us. Facebook didn't change their name to Meta for no reason. Microsoft didn't buy Blizzard, Activision for no reason, right? You have companies that are chip manufacturers making, Web3 enabled graphics cards. Okay, think about that. Web3 enabled graphics card. Literally, you buy your computer graphics card, you put your wallet address in there, and it will connect to you automatically. And these are things that are already coming out that we're not even thinking about. I mean, the future is bright as bright as bright. And as a token, that's what's pretty cool about us. We didn't just sit there and say it. And Sasha, this is what I'm going to say. The kudos really go to you, and Moose, and those who were thinking ahead early on. And look, we're not just going to be the next, invest and hope we hype and then see where it goes. That it was always about how can we have value within the within the blockchain itself. So I know I kind of went off there, and I went off a lot, but you know what? It's a birthday party, and we need to invite other people. Elle, tell me a little bit. You're listening in. Talk a little bit about your experience. You've been on the show. You've been our we had Angry Elle, we've had Compassionate Elle, we've had a lot of L's join us. What are your thoughts over the last year and looking forward? Because we know you're our hype master. You're our commander on the socials. What are your thoughts? I think we're actually good. Yeah, it's so interesting. So another conversation I had this week was with a venture capitalist that they do digital investments. And I was talking about our project and what we're doing and all this stuff. Oh, yeah, thank you. See ya. Oh. Yeah, no, thank you for that. You know, and I'll totally agree with you. No. I was about to say the same thing. That what I recognize, you know, I mean, sadly I'm on the road, so I wish I could have been on the whole 24 hours. And I really do wish I was on the whole 24 hours, because even as I was listening to other projects, I just realized not just that there's obviously hope for it. There's hope for us as a blockchain. Like, there's hope for the future in what we're doing. And I think the idea of coming together as a community is one of those things that I think shows maturity, right? Because think about the conversations we were having 6 months, 9 months ago, of how there are, and we all know there's toxic telegrams, we know there's toxic communities, we know all of that, but there was also a competitive nature, right? That I actually think itself was a little bit toxic. Yet, you know, which is natural, right? I mean, like, if you're Coke or you're Pepsi, you're competing against one another, right? But the flip side, when you listen this weekend, I mean, how great partnerships, you recognize we all have one purpose, and that one purpose is to support our communities, to support, just support the blockchain in general, right? And support what we're doing and how we can all coexist, because we all have our own niche of what we're doing. We can all work together. And I thought that was really, really cool. And so actually, you know, and I want to go too, because one of the people, I actually love listening to the AMAs and stuff. I love you're on here, Pedro. You know, welcome to the birthday party. The birthday party, they got the, you know, yeah, this is not going to be the highlight of my Poodlcast episodes. We'll say that. So maybe your 2 birthday party will be a little smoother. But Pedro, what, you know, talk to us a little bit. Well, first off, you know, what do you think about, you know, just as a community of us coming together? Have you seen how things change? I know you guys you're relatively newish and as far as your stuff. So anyway, talk to us a little bit, if you can. I don't know if you're just listening in and I just called you out for no reason. I think I did. All right, let's go. All right, we got to go next. Why is Chase on twice? Chase, are you able to talk? Can you talk? Because you've been on. What's? We got 2 Chases. All right. So let's go with mooning on October 31st. Damn, I said the word moon. I gotta do a drink. Okay, everyone's got a drink. Are we? What's happening on October 31st? You know, when you call into a show, this is not how you have to treat. All right, Arthur, are you? Who wants to talk? Raise your hand. Who wants to talk? We can do this. We need people to talk. All right. Well, Sasha, it's right back to you. There we go. You're saving us like usual. Oh, there we go. There's Arthur. There is Arthur, you know, literally, I did not do a spin of the wheel that did not include your name on it. You know, that was the Poodle Olympics. You were like the rock star, getting out there, getting your stuff, getting on that wheel, and just chilling. So, give us your thoughts on this year that we've had. Okay, Sasha, back to you. Yep, Yep, I totally agree. And you know what's interesting is it like, if you look at it this way, remember how, you know, when we were all younger, we would like buy, you know, rock and roll posters, or you bought vinyl or records, you know, you went to you bought that you know, the CD that was the special edition that opened up twice, right? And that was something special to us. But you know, even going now, I had a bunch of that stuff. But what happened on December 15th of 2020 to me? I had a house fire. All those things that I thought was special, that I wanted to buy, I lost. I lost all of them. All those things that we wanted to call collectibles went away. But if I could take either an experience or a thing, like you just said, those virtual, you know, deck out my avatar with these shoes or this thing, or if I could say, I was at XYZ concert on this day, or I was, you know, I was one of the first, you know, my favorite artist, whoever I follow. And this is what so one of the things that, you know, here at the cinema is they're going to be doing for one of the releases. So, like, I don't know, Top Gun 2 is coming out, Maverick is coming out. And anybody who ends up seeing it in certain theaters on the first night is going to get an NFT to show that they were there on the day it was released and watched it on the first day. Imagine, like, if you were on the first day when Star Wars was released, and you had digital proof that you were one who saw it on the release date, right? I mean, how cool is that? And you've got these companies now that are saying, I can take experiences and I can take things and put them into a digital world. So going back to, like, my physical thing, I had all these collector's boxes. They're gone. I have them no more. They can never be replaced. But what if it would have come with a digital version, a special edition, something that could only be unlocked through the blockchain, like we're looking to do with our residual value on our NFTs, where you have an owner and only certain things can be unlocked by being owners. And some other tokens are doing that too, right? You can mint from being mint. And so, yeah, you mint because you own, those types of things. Now, just think about that. As far as where our society is going, you're going to have kids now who are literally, and this is so funny, someone had talked to me about that they minted a picture of the first time they went to Disneyland together because they knew they could attach it to their wallet, you know, and that was how they could categorize their life. I mean, oh, I'm here. I think I accidentally hit, how long did you lose me for? Just a second? Oh, Pedro, welcome on. All right, well, let's try Pedro again. I don't know how much you heard me, but if I was muted the entire time. I probably was muted the entire time, but hopefully. All right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. We can hear you now, yes.
Oh, I can't imagine. Everybody
Oh, well, hey, I can't wait to get to Portugal in 2 weeks. I'm there in, well, yeah, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, I'm excited about that. So, look, yeah. What? Are you guys close to each other?
I have a friend that lives that, and he said that's certain folks that they learn from that thing.
Yeah, I'm not a dad.
Let's say the over-under is 8 on the shoot. On the strip, right? On the strip, yeah. Yeah, please.
Yep. You know what? That was the whole thing. I think I lost I lost audio when I was saying that someone else who I was talking to was a venture capitalist, and they were into the space, and someone who actually I can't say what project they were on. I'll tell you privately. I won't put it here, but let's just say they did a major push and brought things. And when I was talking about what our project and everything that we were doing, and he's like, "Oh wow, it's like, so tell me more. Where's your market?" And when I told him what our market cap was, and we're working with other projects that are related, you know, gaming and things like that, and literally he wants to set up because he was like, "You're exactly where you're primed for a big time push by having the right collaboration." That's what I love about how we're doing this. Like I would love to see us almost form a union, you know, of projects that just believe in one another and what we're doing. Because if we could do that, we could all come together for, you know, a quote unquote greater good, right? And really to make us all successful, to make us all be able to crap. I'm gonna say moon. All right, take a drink. I said it. But more than that is have a long-term purpose, right? You know, have a long-term purpose. Yeah. All right, I figured it out. I go on mute every time I open up the Telegram on my laptop because I'm on my phone. Now I figured it out, but you got it. Yep. No. It's this is my life. My life of I feel like I need paparazzi here to be able to watch how I'm doing this because I think they have to take my my AV Professional Year Award away for having 4 different windows: a YouTube stream, OBS, Telegram. I've got one earbud in one ear that's on my cell phone on our Telegram, one earbud in the other ear listening to what's coming out of the YouTube. So, my life is a whole hot mess right now. But you know what? That's what we're doing. So, that's what we got to do, right? But, no, I loved your conversation. I love exactly what you're saying. Yep. No, I totally agree. So let me ask you. You know it. I mean, I did an entire episode, thanking you for what you put into this project. I don't know why it keeps doing it. It keeps muting on me. So hopefully we're good. So all right. You keep. I'm gonna turn my phone. Put my phone right up here so I can see every time it says it goes back to mute. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm balancing an OBS. Too much. All right. My question for you is this: you've been around. I did an episode where basically it's just a kudos to you and a thank you for what you've done to keep this thing going. Personally, what's your drive? What's your drive and your belief in this project? Because I don't think anyone, and now that I'm an admin, probably the worst admin that you could have picked, but I appreciate it, but I see what you do on the back end. I see you comment, I've got a meeting with this person today, we've got 2 meetings lined up, I got a call here, and I've got a call there. What's that drive? What makes you go, this is the project that I'm going to put the blood, sweat, and tears behind? I'm going to go back to Prosecco for now. I mean, now that I'm sitting here. You know what? I absolutely, sorry, I'm buying another champagne, so hold on. All right, here we go. But here's the thing. I want to tell you one thing. That was actually really good, but you were wrong in one part of it. And here's where you were wrong. Whoever dumped that money recently, I would like, or you know, who saw us on Twitter, forgot they had it, and then kind of dumped it, which I guess they weren't paying attention to realize that they should have held on and would have made a lot more profit. But I want to thank them for that, because I picked up another 75 billion thanks to their flash sale that they created for us. So that was fantastic, and we saw a lot of that. And I think that you're exactly right, though, that price is important. Like, let's not downplay it, because price is important. There's no doubt that price is important, right? We are all investors, right? I took real cash and bought a digital currency. It's not that it's not important, right? And, you know, you do the math with 75 billion, yeah, I mean, that's works out a couple $1,000s, right? But so we can't pretend it's not important, but I think what people don't understand is, like, let's look, if you were brought to, you know, Amazon or Apple early on into the project, and they said, hey, I want you to invest, and here's what we're going to do. How many people laugh about that? You realize that after every IPO, the price goes down by at least 50%. That's how the market works. And we've kind of had that. We had our IPO, and then the price goes down. But why does it go down? That's the whole thing. Because what happens is people who know how to make money on FOMO make money on FOMO. I guarantee you, people who come on a Telegram and get ticked off are not people who actually know how to. They're ticked off because other investors played off your FOMO. They played you. And so, what we recognize as a token is that's a natural part of a launch. It's a natural part of when you release and when you get hype, things go. And then they drop because those people who are only looking at it as a straight investment and not a long-term investment will do that. Okay, but you know what? That's how the freaking stock market works. Like, why do people act like, this is, everyone who's listened to the Poodlcast knows that, like, I can't stand that people don't take normal investment practices and apply them to what we're doing. Okay, there are certain types of investors who want to flip. There are certain types of investors, where, hey, 10% is good enough for me, and once I hit 10%, I'm going to kill it, right? And they're okay with that. That's how they invest. That's who they are. There are others who see a long-term value in the project, but those are also the ones who, heard Jeff Bezos tell this crazy idea about selling books and went, yeah, I'll throw you some money, and then retired as multimillionaires 10 years later, right? It's just a different outlook. So the question is, are you looking for a quick flip, or are you looking for something that means something more? And that's what I'm really excited about, is this effort. And, you put it out there on Twitter all the time about how, we don't sleep. We're here building things. We're here building value. We're here building exactly, whatever direction that the industry is moving in and crypto is moving in. We're going to be fast, fluid, flexible. We're going there. We're going to continue down that direction. And that's huge. For some reason, people don't always see that. And the thing is, it's sort of okay. But what we have is a strong group of people, and we have those shillers, we have the people who believe in what we're doing. And I think, one of our advantages is that when people come to meet us, they recognize that we have a faith and a belief in us. And I think that's something that you can't, how do you put a price tag on it? But that being said, there's no doubt that, we see it all the time. Everyone knows we're probably one of the most undervalued tokens for the value that we can bring and the potential we have. That's exactly what, right? You know what? I totally agree. Thank you, Sasha, for your time. We are looking forward to, I'm looking forward to that video. I'm looking forward to you coming on the show and having video. And it shows your integrity and your belief in the project. I can't believe I've gone on for an hour and a half on this. Well, I'm going to throw off the first 20 minutes. I'm not going to count that 20 minutes. But I do want to give an opportunity to anybody else who would like to talk. I saw Ricky come on here. Ricky, Rockstar, Dancing Poodle on the Telegram. If you have any thoughts on this first year, love to have you be able to jump in and talk. Chase, if you'd love to say a few words. We have Moose who has joined. How did I miss that one? Moose, would you like to say a few words? Your thoughts on this first year? Actually, let me phrase this. Moose, say a few words. You were late. Meetings are overrated. Look, I'm sitting at a bar in Caesar's Palace, So you do what you got to do. So, all right, well, let's hear it from you. It is. I'm on Prosecco number 3, so cheers. Thoughts on this year? I think the same way. Don't we all think that we could be a little more useful? I think that's the whole thing. The hardest part is life gets in the way, right? Yeah, and I think you're right. That's kind of all right. First up, we covered a lot of things, so I had like 5 different thoughts and then you ended on bullish. So we have to be bullish on this. That was the thing. If you look at the last year, ups and downs. And why is that? Oh, that's because that's what investing is. Wait, Trent popped in and then popped out. I was going to call on Trent too, but the fact is that every project has that because that's what normal, investment is, and that's exactly what happens. And yet, what we have seen is that, whenever there is a challenge, whenever there is something that's new, something that we need to do in order to keep moving forward, we put the emphasis in making sure that happens. A lot of projects don't. That's why I love the partnerships that we built, because they all do exactly that, just like we're doing that. And, like going back to, it's something as simple as, voting and community voting. That's actually a big deal that I don't think that we all talk about very often. That we actually let a community drive our token and we drive the direction, because you can't, even if we have an admin dev team, we're just the workhorses that do what the community ends up saying this is what you need to do, right? I don't know where I'm going with that, but your thoughts? Absolutely. Is this Ricky? Hey, all right. Yep. Well, and that's the thing isn't it? The funny thing is I've gotten this entire hour and a half now, and then you mentioned Poodlacademy, which is huge. And the only reason I thought of that is because of something you just said about learning and developing and growing. First off, everyone needs to know you. We've got to know you before, but talk a little bit more about just a little bit about what you do and how. I remember, like, we chatted before, and just your belief in crypto and your belief in having it help society. Talk a little bit to that. Yep. Oh, you said rug. It's our birthday party. You have to rug full means you have to take a drink. So here we go. I'll take one for you. All right, you can continue. We lost Ricky, I think. Or did you lose me? We lost Ricky there. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yep. I don't know how we lost. I thought it was me because it's usually been me for the last hour and a half. It's been me. All right. Well, Moose, how about your thoughts? And I am gonna have to close up the show at some point here. Oh, Ricky is back. We lost Ricky for a little bit. Ricky's back, but I absolutely love. So I'll close. Let me put a bow on Ricky's. I love the idea that he's thinking about how crypto can help society, and I think that's huge because I think that's why we're in it. That's why we have charity partners. That's what we all look for. We are all real people who look to make something better. So Moose, I'm going to close up with you here. Your thoughts now. We reminisced a little bit. How about future? What are your thoughts besides just saying you're bullish? Talk about the future of the token.
Yeah, no.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And I think what's kind of cool, like, you know, we're going to start to wrap up the show because I didn't think it was going to go this long. You know, I do 20-minute shows, and we're an hour and 42 into this, which is awesome. But I do have a 2 o'clock meeting, and I have, and I know, and well, here we go. Well, granted, you missed the part that dropped all the audience off because that's why. The reason we're on the Telegram is because, well, for some reason on my laptop I couldn't get all the audio to go through, but now we got it. But here's the thing: I have a 2 o'clock meeting with both Microsoft and Paramount Pictures to talk about how we can bring blockchain together, and hopefully therefore Poodle into this, in like imagining if you could use Poodle within Minecraft as an actual currency. I mean, that's freaking amazing, right? And if we talk about in Paramount Pictures is looking at creating NFT things, you know, for experiences. I don't know how much you caught this because we talked about it maybe I think before you popped on, that when you are now attending you know, listen, so Paramount, well, not Paramount, but Paramount Studios, so they own, you know, Nickelodeon. What if you were a kid who went to a Nickelodeon event and you got, you know, green slimed, but you were in an initial event and now you had an NFT that you could prove that you were there, it was on the blockchain, you got a digital currency, you got a digital asset that showed you were at that point, you know, and like, I'm excited, so that's my 2 o'clock, which is now, 17 minutes? Well, yeah, it is good. I did have to miss lunch though. Everyone met for lunch at 12, and I was like, well, I kind of have this other meeting I'm doing, so, you know. And I like, well, what's the meeting? I'm like, it's a birthday party for our crypto. Well, okay. Well, so I'm a little hungry, you know. But it's okay. That's what dinner's for. You know, I did not bring a cake. I tried to bring. I did think a cake, and I was going to do the cake. The cake was a lie, and the reason is because I did not realize that I'd be sitting at the Caesar's Palace bar. So there we go, right behind me. Anyone who's watching sees that I'm at the Caesar's Palace bar right now, doing this. That was not part of the plan, I'll be honest, but that's where the week went, and that's where we are, and that's part of you know. That's part of being fast, fluid, and flexible, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. You know, hey, but you know what? 48 weeks in a row, there's been a drop every week. I've only had to do 3 pre-records, 48 weeks in a row. I'm keeping it up. I can't ruin it. I can't ruin it now. 1 week in. So there we go. All right. I think that means that's the sign to finally end the episode. Thank you, everybody. I know that if you're watching, thank you and apologies, because while it started as a train wreck, it ended up pretty darn good. Good conversations. Thank you, everyone, for everything. We have new people who've just joined the Telegram. I'm going to have to leave the Telegram because I have to go. We can probably keep it open if people want to continue to talk. Oh my gosh, we have tons of people hopping in. Like, you're hopping in and I have to end the show, which is, now I feel bad. I feel bad. But I do have a very important meeting I do have to get to. So, that being said, thank you, everyone. You know, I should do that. I gotta go do business. You know, sometimes bills have to be paid, right? But this is actually a meeting about NFTs, metaverse, and blockchain. So the words poodle may or may not get dropped, well, every other sentence. So there we go. Congratulations, everybody. We made it through the first year, and cheers to you all. Here we go. We'll see you next time. See ya. Cheers, everybody. Hope you had a good one. We'll see how this one goes.